welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Katie.
The very first text message was sent on December 3rd, 1992. It read simply, Merry Christmas.
Who sent it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Nick Fury.
I'm sure there'd be a few other keywords used.
Yeah.
Never know.
Merry Christmas, eye patch.
Is there an emoji for eye patch?
And then he uses little colon parentheses, but he
Maybe
covers.
not in 1993.
He made emojis first.
Well, I'm trying to now that I'm thinking of the timeline of Captain Marvel.
I was thinking timeline.
Yeah.
Not
not an eye patch.
I think not an eye patch.
Maybe he just left eye patches.
Anyway, who are you?
No, I'm Cameron.
Thank you.
Use the hashtag Geeks Corner to talk to us tonight on the Twitter. Hashtag Geeks Corner. It might be hard to hear all the plosives because most of my nose is full of gunk. Geeks Corner. Hashtag.
So these are allergies or
Oh, yeah.
So if you have a home remedy for allergies that you would like to see Cameron try in a new segment we're calling Cameron Gets Rid of His Allergies, send it to us.
Yeah.
Hashtag Geeks Corner.
That's great.
It could be fun.
Have you ever done a neti pot?
I have tried and I almost died.
Cool.
So
I was going to say, I have.
So don't do that one.
I have
That's
one.
fine. All right, we're going to start things off at Disney California Adventure and Disneyland Paris, actually, where it was announced that Spider-Man is getting a new suit to go with the new attraction that's going in Disney California Adventure in a new land.
Yeah.
Let's start off with the suit. What do you think of the new suit?
He's going to look great. I just actually had to have the differences explained to me because for some reason visually I didn't know, and that sounds silly because when you put them side by side, but I think I'm just so used to this
Spider-Man.
Peter Parker Spider-Man that I don't know. But I really love that he has his little wrist bracelets that he can
flippies?
Yeah, because how when he's not Spider-Man, he can go and then become Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has those, which is very nice. And he also has the eyes, not like eyes. He has the eyes. I would love to see them change shape, though. That would be terrifying when I was talking to him. If they did the focusing and how they move, I would be so scared. Anyway, what do you think?
No, keep going.
No, yeah, this is much better. Anything I can come up with is good.
I don't have anything that's going to add to that. So Spider-Man is going to be part of this expanded Marvel presence at Disney California Adventure that's going to include a new area that has a new, I don't even know what to call it, branch that Tony Stark is making called the Worldwide Engineering Brigade, or WEB. And
they have to start with the acronyms and work backwards, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like they had to have.
Absolutely.
Which makes sense because this is around Spider-Man, and there's going to be a new attraction that's immersive. And my question is if you were creating a Spider-Man attraction, what would you like to see?
His eyes move.
What?
That's it? Literally you just sit and watch him back and forth and up and down? Or that sounds kind of boring to me.
Yes. No, okay, so what I imagine, and I know it's not going to happen.
This is blue sky. Anything in the world.
Oh, mine's just stupid. Those giant swings that they used to have them at Knott's Berry Farm. They had them at Six Flags Magic Mountain, that they were just very, very large swings, but it was a single rider and you kind of harnessed in. That, but being Spider-Man. And I'm sure there'd be VR somehow or whatever, but giant swing Spider-Man.
Cool. Would you dress up as Spider-Man as you go?
Oh my gosh, you could do that?
Well, they're selling Jedi robes and stuff, so I'm sure they could sell it.
Do not advertise uniform bodysuits in the park. That is something we do not need.
During summer, does not.
All right, Cameron, what would you do?
So you know how the Flight of Passage, there's that strap-in harnessy thing that comes over.
That's the direction I would go.
Yeah, more that with looser arms and legs, so they could really simulate the swinging motion. Because I think if you were able to get and then
well, it'd be cool if you could put your hands or put something on your hands, so then you could actually
specifically if it was allowed to be interactive in some way with your hands like that, that'd be really cool.
So kind of like the Void, but the next step up.
Yeah,
and attraction.
Yeah, and I don't know if your ride vehicle would actually move or if you'd be in a cavern, kind of like in Pandora. Because I think you could do it that way.
Yeah.
Or if you really wanted to do it, you'd put people. you'd walk into the middle somehow, and you'd be in a circle, and then screens all the way around, 3D screens, and so then you could be completely immersed, and you just spin.
And then it starts spinning.
Yeah, it would go. But
centrifugal acceleration makes it so you could climb on walls like Spider-Man.
Yeah, it worked totally well.
And totally safe.
Definitely.
That's why you keep your seatbelt on, Cameron.
No, I want to climb around like Greg Spiderman.
That's how you get kicked out of the park.
I just, imagine that cast members are doing safety checks and they're like, okay, cool, everyone's seatbelt, and they look and there's why is someone's seatbelt? And they look up and they're like, why is he on the ceiling?
I'm just me singing the music to myself.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. Okay. I guess that sounds cool. So Spider-Man already has a suit in Paris.
Yes.
We'll soon have it here. They have a really cool show in Paris, too. Check it on YouTube. We don't have it, but somebody does.
Paris has so many cool things.
If you're at another Disney theme park that's not in Southern California, we'd love if you would send us video, by the way. Shows, attractions, all that stuff.
Watching a video last Sunday, I believe. And, I mean, maybe I'm late to the party. I probably am late to the party. But it was a Max Goof show. And then all these other characters came and crashed it. It was the coolest thing ever. It was, anyway.
It was from last year, right?
I don't know, Luke, you showed it to me.
I remember when it came out.
I don't know. Luke doesn't know.
More recent than that, isn't it?
I thought it was their character fan days last fall or something.
But it was so
I remember when it came.
cool.
It is very cool. If you could have any villain from the Spider-Verse.
I don't know them.
Ooh, from the Spider-Verse?
Well, yes, even that haven't shown up in MCU yet.
Okay.
I want this makeup man who does magic.
Who would you like to see in a future Spider-Man movie?
What's his name? Makeup man that does magic?
Makeup man that does magic.
The new one.
Mysterion?
Mysterio.
Yeah.
Makeup man that does magic.
I feel like he needs a really cheesy theme song.
Yeah.
Does he sing himself?
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely. And then Michael Giacchino writes the background music.
So it sounds good.
Yeah.
It's Kronk.
I think Rhino would be really cool. That's that's kind of a Juggernaut type character.
Okay.
But he wears a rhinoceros bodysuit.
I'm imagining the Rhino from Parade of Dreams.
But standing up.
Oh yeah, no, he's 2-footed and he's got the horse, and he's a criminal, but some reason he has a rhino suit and he runs around real fast and hits things.
So he's really a remake of the rhinos in Robin Hood.
But they had an Amazing Spider-Man 2 in that costume. So it's not the MCU, but we've seen it.
That's true. Yeah, we've seen it in a weird, but the original comic one, it's like a latex bodysuit rhino. It's pretty good.
That doesn't sound good.
It's pretty good.
Okay, that's cool. Also in the Marvel Cinematic, and I guess we're going to stick with Marvel Cinematic Universe, we got a ton of new posters today for Avengers Endgame, and the internet exploded a little bit because they thought there was some, I guess there were maybe some new things, but the big one was Shuri that they thought was new, which wasn't.
Yes.
My
it was
question
new if you
is,
hadn't watched trailers.
Okay. My question is, were there any surprises for you in the posters? I know Tyler was surprised by a few things because he does a very good job of avoiding anything like this. Usually when we have this conversation, he'd be out of the room. But since he looked at the posters
I
today...
didn't expect spoilers in a poster.
I did.
Really?
Literally, the moment I saw the thing come out, I was like, oh, I hope Tyler doesn't look at this.
They were just faces. They were pretty.
I was surprised by what they chose to acknowledge in the posters. Specifically, one, they acknowledge Valkyrie in the posters, which is really cool.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
And then two, specifically that Wong is alive.
Yeah.
And what importance that must play.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I love Wong. That's a cool character.
You mean Beyonce?
Definitely.
Just one name, like Beyonce.
I was very interested in just looking at them all in one place. Because I don't know that we've really done that officially. Is look at
all
who we still have and who we don't have next to each other. I just thought it wasn't even people that I was like, oh, I didn't realize that. It was just going, oh yeah, oh no, seeing all of them back to back to back. It was just kind of like one heartbreak after the other of, oh, I forgot. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Very that. Yeah, it was sad.
I went back and looked at Bucky Barnes recently from the first movie and in Captain America. He he had a handsome, nice little tidy haircut back in the day. I'd forgotten.
Yeah.
Like he's gotten a little moppy up in the top there.
U.S. Army.
He was a nice pretty boy, and now he's just a little bit he's a little 90s grunge now, I guess.
Now he's the white wolf.
Yeah.
He really needs like a really cool guitar.
How is he gonna play it?
Because a new hand. He's got a new hand.
Okay, he has a new hand. Okay.
He probably
That's the
can
name of
play
his
it
first
now
album.
better than anybody else.
That's true.
What would he play? Metal?
The name of his new
Absolutely.
hand.
I mean, that's what was in my head.
Yes.
So we have a month from today
Ugh.
the movie comes out.
Woof.
And we still can't buy tickets yet, right?
We cannot
No.
buy
That
tickets.
seems weird.
It seems like Thursdays have been the day they've been coming out. Is that right?
April 2nd is the rumor.
Is the rumor?
So
that'd be next Tuesday. But what ridiculous prediction would you like to make that you probably wouldn't happen, but it'd be hilarious if it did?
Founded on comics or just in general?
In general.
Okay. I'm going to go, and I think I mentioned this before the show, Golden Avengers. There's a subline in one of the comics where specifically Ant-Man goes back and pulls back a lot of like predecessing heroes, including young Odin and young Yondu and a bunch of other characters to come in as like a giant like Thanos punch all at the same time. That'd be really, really cool.
Goose.
Okay.
That's it.
Yep.
Just the whole
That's
movie.
the end of it.
Yeah, just Goose. Goose can do everything, and that's without even saying anything.
Good job.
Because cats can do anything.
Memories.
Cat, though.
Okay.
No, cats don't do that.
I am making the prediction, and this is something that I really do hope happens, that the word Endgame is used in the movie, and Cameron stands up and walks out.
At least 3 times.
You used it in the first one.
I was going to say, they've already... I like when they cleverly use names predecessing the movie.
I want it to slap you in the face.
They've used Endgame very cleverly up until this point.
No.
Yes.
I want, and this is exactly how I want it to play out, I want us to get all the way into the last act of the film. I want it to be the climax
Last 5 minutes
of the film. I want it to be before something ridiculously important happens. I want there to be a zoom, a pan into a zoom. And I want it to go, this is Endgame. And then speed up back into whatever happens.
And then it'd be like, what was it? Was it Solo? When Maddie yelled at the screen?
No, that was Infinity War.
Infinity War. Oh,
Yes.
it was that one.
No, I
and
made a clever comment.
instead, Cameron yells at the screen and goes screaming out the door.
Ah!
And then, like,
I
literal
waited 10 years for this.
cinematic throwing popcorn, people are ducking.
Yes,
Like,
that's the one.
yes.
It's just 2 minutes into the film, zooms in, Tony Stark turns directly to the
This
camera
is
and goes,
Endgame.
Fantastic beasts and where to find them.
That doesn't even make sense!
And then you're like, well played.
All right.
Building on Katie's. I want same scene,
'Kay.
but like everything pauses and Deadpool walks out, and he's like, "Oh, I think we're in the end game." Fox, we're owned by Fox, or Fox, we own Fox, whatever.
Seriously,
Bye. Walks away.
Family.
I would give them so many points because I feel like this is the one Avengers movie where there doesn't necessarily need to be an end credit scene. Like if they're really going to do this right, there doesn't have to be.
There shouldn't be.
Yeah, and I don't think there'll be one planned. But because of the merger, if they went back and Ryan Reynolds filmed a 30-second end of credit stinger, I would be totally satisfied with
Of
that.
him just being like, did I miss it?
Yeah. So, all right, guys, I'm ready.
I got the e-bite.
What did I?
So,
just watch?
jumping over to Twitter, Bailey says, I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about how it was strange that Avengers Endgame tickets hadn't gone on sale yet. They said maybe it was to keep Captain Marvel in theaters as long as they could.
That's true.
That
Maybe.
actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
The Merry Penguin says, I'd love if they used Goose to hide the glove. Mike says, anyone think Avengers Endgame will be a very dramatic, heartbreaking film, especially for a runtime of over 3 hours?
There's going to be a lot of time to punch us and then push us on the floor and then kick us.
I just hope the theaters don't flood from all the tears.
Yeah. Well, going off of that, I bet it's going to be set up in a 4-act thing, and I'm betting most of the gut punches come in the 3rd act. If we're dividing, because I think it's going to end.
Oh, I think you're
guessing positively, but I bet the 3rd act is going to hurt.
It's
going to be painful.
It has to.
I just imagine
Altogether.
that there is someone that works at the movie theater, and they are...
Is that with an RE at the end?
Yes, absolutely. And their assignment for the opening weekend of Endgame is they stand at the door, and not only do they do their seat, they give you a poncho and a box of tissues. poncho and a box of tissues.
Is that how you
A
pass
poncho
out
and a
ponchos?
They're on your arm, like this.
All right, well, Steven has
This is
another
me
good one.
building the scene.
This is a great setup, and this is how it needs
Pantomime
to
is about
happen.
commitment. Yes.
Is
Ponchos are here.
the line is, all right, Thanos, this is it, the end game.
No!
And then Robert Downey Jr. winks directly at Cameron from the row in front of him.
Wink! Like turns around with the popcorn bucket. Just.
Yep.
And then Cameron grabs the popcorn bucket, dumps it on his head, and leaves.
No, just running over, just like Robert Downey Jr. I'm such a huge fan. I'm so sorry, but just punch him right in the face and then run away.
I have to do
I'm
this.
so sorry.
Yep. All right.
My end game.
This is your end game.
Last time he was ever allowed into an AMC theater.
The crimes of Grindelwald. Those films are a crime against humanity when it comes to
Are
mentioning
they,
the name.
Crime of Grindelwald.
Oh, it's so
I'm
bad.
very concerned about the next one, but yes, that's
No,
another.
I don't mean the
that's
plot
another
of the
show.
film. I'm
There's
talking
another
just
one?
mentioning the name of the film inside the film.
Yeah.
Woof.
You know, I found recently, this is kind of a tangent, but you know, another group of films that gets away with that I didn't even realize I let get away with that.
Dora the Explorer.
All
You're
of
right.
the Lord of the Rings films.
Oh, yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how.
And isn't it usually Gandalf that says it?
No, because it's also what's his name?
Sam.
No. The Elrond. Yes,
Elrond?
thank you.
Oh, you're right. Elrond
yes.
is the first. Yes.
Yeah, no. In fact, I think he does 2 out of the 3. I'm pretty sure. No, he does all 3. He does all 3. He does.
And that's why it's okay.
I guess that's why it's okay. Yeah,
Well, that, and it actually makes sense.
yeah. But I just really, it never
honestly,
bothered me. And then, yep.
In those cases, it almost feels like they took the title of the book from the book as opposed
Well,
to...
it's Tolkien. I bet he finished. He's like, well, I've written this language. I might as well use it.
Well, and it was originally the whole book, so...
What's your call sign? Lord of the Rings. That's what happens.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's move over to Disneyland now.
I know Disneyland.
This weekend, they will be testing mobile-only ordering
Yes.
for those of you that want to get your Dole Whips at the Tiki Juice Bar
Yes.
in front of the Tiki Room.
Yes.
We're going to see that long line disappear, I assume, for 3 days.
Maybe.
We'll see, yeah. Yeah.
Now it's
we're
become a
waiting in
clamorous
line.
crowd.
What do you mean we can't wait in line?
Yeah, that's
what do you
good.
guys think of mobile-only ordering for a location like this?
I think that it's fantastic, especially when there's Tropical Hideaway right next door, where you can also buy Dole Whips, especially Dole Whips in other flavors other than pineapple. But especially for a traffic issue, that Adventureland walkway gets very crowded very quickly. And I think that it is going to be an interesting test for whatever the future of Disneyland is going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm betting in 10 years we have a cruise system of payment, which is very similar to what Disney World is doing, which is to say it is an assumption if you're coming to the park that you're not standing in line, you are not doing these types of things because you have it planned on some form of mobile application or otherwise communicated through a wrist device.
I will admit I'm surprised at how few people use mobile ordering at the Disneyland Resort.
It's surprising.
It's great for the people that do because you can generally walk up without waiting in line. You might wait for the location, but that's something else got to figure out. But it is a much quicker way to get your food. I'm going to say 80-90% of the time.
Yes.
And it seems like with something like this, you could up the usage of that because they might try it for a Dole Whip and then discover, oh, I can use it over at Galactic Grill also, or I don't know, whatever. And but it's a really useful tool, and I think it simplifies things a lot. And
Yes.
I'm curious to see, one, what it does to the line.
Mm-hmm.
2, what the public feedback is. I could see there definitely being I can't get Dole Whips, even though they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And then really the other thing I'm curious about is if it changes how many Dole Whips that you do or don't see going into the Tiki Room.
That's very possible.
I don't know.
But do you see more people walking out of the Tiki Room with a Dole Whip because they exit through Tropical Hideaway?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Me either.
I do think the one
Somebody should go
takeaway,
sit there for a whole day.
that'll be our next video.
Click.
Well, we have to have someone at the exit, someone at the entrance. Seeing how many people go from the Tiki Room and get in line for a Dole Whip, and then we have to have someone sitting and watching how many people walk in. Anyway,
That's a lot of work.
Beside the point, of course, we like to put lots of work into things like that. I think that what I've seen a lot of people saying the biggest backlash from it is that people without smartphones are being punished. And I don't think that's the case in the slightest.
Who doesn't have a smartphone?
Well, we do have friends that don't have the Disneyland app on their phone because they don't have space.
I'll give you that.
Things like that. And I don't think that's the case, though, because you can still go anywhere else. You can go to Disneyland Hotel, you can go to Tropical Hideaway, you can go many places and still...
It's just moving the line to Tropical Hideaway. I mean, that's really
wait in
what's
line
going
and
on.
pay with a card or what have you. So...
I could see them circumventing that problem by setting up various iPad-esque mobile kiosks throughout the park as an option for people who don't necessarily have that, but just so they can disperse
like
the
they
lines
do
where they prefer
in
it.
Florida for FastPass.
I'm unfamiliar.
Well,
but...
yes, but I think a easier way would do is when it was Smoke Jumpers was Taste Pilots. For a while, they had actual kiosks where you could go in and place your order. It was 6 months a year or something like that, maybe longer. I don't know. And you could go with something like that. I don't actually know that you're going to need to because there's other options. It's not an exclusive thing because in this one place, if this is closed or you can only get it with mobile ordering, you can literally walk 25 feet around the corner and get the same thing at Tropical Hideaway.
I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get AP discount at the Tiki Juice Bar?
No, it's outdoor vending, isn't it?
Okay, because I was going to say, if you get AP discount there, but because we don't get AP discount at Tropical Hideaway.
I'm betting it's the same.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking that...
Well, let's move to another part of the park as we
Yes.
start to run out of time tonight. Isn't that crazy how we we don't have enough content? And
That's
now
how it always works.
And now we're like, got too much content.
We like to
last
talk.
week we learned a little bit about how the Millennium Falcon will work when you get to fly it. A lot of it's going to be flashing buttons that you push. And if you're the pilot and co-pilot, you'll be choosing if you go up and down or right and left. I think pilot goes right and left, and co-pilot is up and down.
And hyperspace.
And hyperspace, and that's the co-pilot, if I recall. And then there's going to be 2 engineers that fix...
They're in the back.
Yes, that fix the ship, and then 2 people that get to shoot. And so it really is a team effect, and you're going to build on previous experiences as you get better, hopefully. I know you could get worse, I don't know. But it really is supposed to be something that you're in an immersive video game type experience that follows you out of the attraction, and then as you return over and over again, it remembers you. Very quickly, with knowing this bit of information, what do you think about this attraction today versus before knowing this information?
I am somehow so much more excited. I've obviously always been excited because it's Millennium Falcon. But also, writing this article, I was near tears the entire time. Which, I know I cry a lot. But also, I don't need your nodding right now. But also, the fact that the gunners are fighting off TIE fighters, and that's going to affect the ship. And the flight engineers have to fix the TIE fighters hitting the ship. Yep. And they also have to fix what the pilots are hitting. It's so crazy.
Mm-hmm. Cameron.
I'm going to be an engineer so much. I'm so excited.
Good, then you won't be fighting for the pilot seat.
Yeah.
I want to go hyperspace.
Okay, you're co-pilot. Good.
I want to be an engineer so bad.
That's good.
I think my friends who watch Firefly. The engineers are the coolest.
Punch it, Chewie.
All right, so everybody's more excited about it, knowing more.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, great. Another article that we had to go out this week is Caitlin spent a ton of time going through the many popcorn carts of Disneyland. And that really comes from, it actually came from the Christmas parade one year, and then also the college band, where a good spot to watch the parade and the college band was next to a popcorn cart. And I realized, hey, this is kind of cool. There's a little guy in it and all sorts of stuff. And then I just started noticing different theming for different popcorn carts. And then Caitlin kind of jumped in on this too. And so she went through and took pictures and documented the themes for every popcorn cart in the resort. And I don't know if you guys have looked at this article, but it's ridiculously in-depth.
Oh, yeah.
So my question for each of you is, I don't know, what's your favorite popcorn cart in the Disneyland resort?
New Orleans popcorn cart. It's the best one.
Okay, you can have the same one.
That was my answer.
Yeah.
My second answer is Fantasyland popcorn.
Really? Okay.
No. Tomorrowland popcorn has the Rocketeer, right?
That's the old one, right?
Does it not have
I
the
think it's
Rocketeer?
new now.
I think
No,
it's...
it has the Rocketeer.
Is it still the Rocketeer?
Okay.
It's the girl, yeah.
It's the girl.
Okay,
It's
there you
pretty
go.
cute.
I like the one on Carthay Circle because it's a nod back to the old train. And that wouldn't have been my answer last week, but we were having a discussion about this, and I think Kate was right that it was. And so check out this article real quick since we don't have a ton of time to talk about it. And let us know what your favorite popcorn cart is, because...
And why? 500 words or less.
I'd like a
300.
thesis statement.
300. All right. Final topic for tonight. See, I actually got there. You didn't think I was going to, did you, Cameron?
Choo-choo.
Cameron did an interview.
I'm like, what are we talking about?
I don't know, allergies.
We're talking about allergies.
Cameron interviewed us, what was it, 2 months? 2 months
2
ago?
weeks
A month
ago.
ago?
2 weeks
Oh,
ago.
it felt like so much
No, it
longer.
was before Captain Marvel came out.
Yeah, so like 3 weeks.
Okay.
It's been
Yeah.
like 3
Anyway,
weeks.
it was a Would You Rather MCU questionnaire that you sent us. And so, since we did this a few weeks ago, I'm going to quiz you guys on your own answers.
Don't remember.
Love it.
I know, this is gonna
I
be
don't
great.
know.
Do not remember.
I don't know.
So, which MCU character would you take an extended road trip with?
Peter Parker.
I believe I put Peter Quill for that. Yay!
You both were...
Why'd you pick Peter Parker?
Because we both love memes. And we would 100% bond over memes.
I put Quill because he would insist on driving, and he would have the best soundtracks.
Definitely.
And I chose Agent Coulson because he's got the coolest car.
Of course.
That would be awful on a road trip. Oh,
Wow.
That would be a blast. It flies. We'd be there 6 hours before you.
That's true.
Who would you choose to aid you in a fight?
I do not know what I ever said for this.
I
Rocky
remember.
Raccoon.
I picked Thanos because if we get to pick, I'm picking Thanos.
I mean, he's on your side.
And I picked Captain America.
Was that right?
Yes, you guys were right. I'm gonna skip down as we start getting closer to the end of the show. Who would you rather spend the day at Disneyland with?
Shuri. That was easy.
I don't remember what I picked for this one. Did I pick Thor? Who did I pick for that one? I don't remember.
So who are you picking?
In the moment, Thor is what I'm going with.
And how come?
Because he's a giant child. It would be really fun.
That was close. Yeah, you picked Thor.
Yeah.
You didn't say giant tile.
No, I believe I put the exact same answer for Thor for two of them
You did.
for the same reason.
Yes. Why did you pick Shuri?
Because she wants to go to Coachella and Disneyland, and I can do one of those.
Beautiful. And the most important question that Cameron asked is, who would you most like to see the Muppets? See with the Muppets. Let me read the question
Oh,
correctly.
I don't remember who I said.
Oh, I remember who you said for that. I'm
I
pretty
do
sure.
too. Yours
I'm trying
makes
to.
sense.
Groot!
Okay.
I said Groot.
And I said, I believe Okoye.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right.
You did.
Because she would hate it.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the entire
Why are
reason
you
why.
dancing?
Stop it.
And I just thought Spider-Man's childlike wonder would be a blast
Absolutely.
with the Muppets. So that is what I chose. You can read the rest of our answers up on dapsmagic.com, and we'll have them in the show notes for this as well whenever those go up, usually in the next hour or two. But that's what we have for that article, and those are good questions, Cameron.
They were
With better answers.
Even though I didn't know what you were talking about an hour ago, and you're like, "Are we putting the Evergreen article?" I'm like, "I don't have it yet." What
It
are you
was fun
talking
to
about?
be in between that.
Mr. J. Jonah Jameson, I just want to get my article out there. Is that okay?
We just
That was a Spider-Man reference.
I was gonna say, and then he went, I need pictures of Spider-Man.
That's exactly what it was. So
That's what it's
Cameron,
like.
get us out of here.
You should go to thegeekscorner.com because that's where we are right now. Hello, us. You can watch all of the stuff we've done before. Most of the time, I don't sound like a Muppet.
Really?
Or, no.
No, I
that's-
think you do.
No,
Yeah, you do. Different Muppet, but
Different Muppet.
Yay.
Yay. You should go to dapsmagic.com. Find out what Marvel character we would give a large sum of money. Maybe. Find out all the Disney and Geek news as it happens. Subscribe to our mailing list and find our Patreon.
and make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're posting videos almost every day now. We're getting better at that. But I think that is all the time we have for you tonight, so we will see you around the corner.
Bye.